Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to infuse surf and turf. Yes, we're beyond edibles right now. We're infusing this lovely yummy meal, steak and lobster surf and turf. Now, first thing we want to do is preheat our oven and decarb our herbs or our flour. So it's on 230 degrees and we decarb for 45 minutes. And yeah, let's get started. So while our flour is decarbing, we're going to get our butter ready because it's almost ready to come out of the oven. So here's my butter. I use Clarified Butter by Organic Valley. It's already clarified, so I can skip that step. So I'm putting my flour in my butter and I'm going to place the top on it. So I actually do this for 2.5 hours. As you can see, I have it in a double boiler, but with the top on nice and tight. Every 30 minutes, I actually shake it up really nice to get the terpenes and everything nice and going in a nice mixture. Kind of like what my magic butter machine would do. I'm just showing you guys how to make this in case you don't have a machine. So it's really easy, but you have to be careful and make sure you use thick enough glass or a double boiler that will not break on you, because we know the temperature from gas and stuff. So yeah. Now I have some cheesecloth here and I'm going to basically just drain all of my yummy infused butter, clarified butter. That's why it looks so clear. It doesn't have any fat in it. It's already been removed, so I didn't have to actually do that step myself, which makes this easier. This is my lobster tail that I got ready, and I'm going to just put a little bit of those herbs that I just strained in my cheesecloth. I just like to put a little bit on them and mix them into my seasoning. I seasoned the lobster tails with Old Bay seasoning, garlic powder, and the herbs. And this is my steak. So the cut of steak that I have today is, of course, my favorite, a ribeye, bone in. And I just pat that dry. And we're going to add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to our heated skillet. Now, if you really want it infused extra, then you can use the infused olive oil for this recipe as well as the butter. But this, I'm just using some regular extra virgin olive oil. And as you can see, I'm seared on both sides. And once I flip it, that's when I'm going to add the butter on top. Once I flip it, I don't add it before because you can actually burn the butter if it cooks too long. So depending on how you like your steak, I would wait until I flip my steak and add that butter on top. Next, I'm going to add some 5 salt, 5 pepper. You can do this before, of course. I like to add my 5 salt, 5 pepper after I flip it because, again, I don't like for my seasonings to even get burnt. And I'm going to add a little bit more of the infused butter to my pan and baste my steak with that hot butter because we're going to use all of this yummy butter. It's going to get used, guys. Another thing I like to add to my pan while my steaks are cooking is fresh rosemary and fresh thyme. So that's what you see on the side, and it's kind of giving that butter some flavor as well. And we're just gonna cook this to your desired kind of taste. If you like it rare, medium rare, however you like your steak. Yeah, it's all up to you. I like mine's a lot of pink in the middle. So I only cook my steak for about 4 to 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. I would say like 4 minutes on each side is pretty good for me. And it also depends on how thick your steak is too. So yeah, it all depends on what, cut you got from your butcher today. But I can do another video showing you guys how to prepare steak in all different types of, from medium to rare to fully cooked, whatever you need. We'll do another video. So as you can see, I'm just taking a few of those herbs out of my cheesecloth and placing it on top of my steak. And this is just going to give it a little bit more flavor. And it's going to enhance that butter. And I promise you guys, it's not going to taste weird or anything. You just have to trust the process. So now that my steak is ready, I'm going to take it out and let it rest on a plate. I do like to add some of my butter from the drippings. And I've had these lobster tails in the oven for about 6 minutes on a high broil. So now that they're out, I'm just going to add a tablespoon of the infused butter on top of both of my lobster tails. So we're kind of double infusing these, but you still want to add the butter because I'm pretty sure that when we broiled them, it took a lot of the terpenes, I hope I'm saying that right, from the herbs, because it was such a high heat. So when you're cooking infused food, you really don't want to burn your butters, your oils, or your herbs. So you have to be really patient and know when to add your butters, your oils, and your herbs. So the lobster tails are ready, and so is our steak. I added a little bit more of the butter. Now I just added about a tablespoon of salted butter on top and a little bit more of our herbs on top of that butter, only because I super love salted butter. The clarified butter is great, but I also like to add just a tablespoon of butter with some more of those herbs, as you can see. And then we have our lobster tail on top, and that's it. So I actually paired this with a loaded baked potato and some Brussels sprouts, but you can pair this with a salad, you can do a soup, you can do fresh string beans, you can do mashed potatoes, whatever your little heart desires. Please be creative. And basically, let me know if you guys have any questions or if you have any suggestions. We're all here to help each other. And I appreciate you guys for coming to my channel. It's growing pretty quick. And I'll keep trying to be as consistent as possible. And I'm just so happy that we get to share our recipes with each other and that you guys are watching this right now. I hope you guys learned something. And like I said, feel free to ask any questions in the comments, like and subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram at Jess_the_chef. And that'll be in the description box along with the ingredients I used today. And have a good night. It's the weekend for me, so have a good weekend if it's the weekend, or a good week. And yes, infuse. Bye.